Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this channel we're going to be discussing a lot of things, but which basically will revolve around mental health awareness and mental health issues. So this is an introduction video, and basically what we're going to be doing here is identifying and discussing more about mental health, and then I will have a section where we will have personal stories, where we'll share our stories and how we dealt with it, or those of us who are still undergoing mental health and what we can do about it, and how we can find solutions to such issues. So stay tuned and go invite everyone, subscribe to my channel, comment below, and just tell me anything that you think is related to our topic. Thank you and stay tuned. Today I'm going to discuss the most frequently asked questions on mental health awareness. And so without further ado, I have with me 7 of the most frequently asked questions, and I won't ask them in order, I'll just pick them randomly. Yeah, I wrote them down, and discuss them one by one. Let us start. Question number 7. How do I know if I am unwell? So there's so many things that can tell you whether you're unwell or not, but what I can advise you is, if you think that you may be unwell, if you think you have the symptoms of mental health conditions, go to the nearest hospital, do a psychiatric evaluation, and get facts about your condition. But also you might check the people's response towards your behaviors. If you experience maybe agitation that wasn't there, if there's a fluctuation in your mood, these are indicators that can tell you you may be sick. And so there is no definite answer to this question. All I can tell you is get screened and tested. Just do a psychiatric evaluation and you'll know whether you're unwell or not. Yes, but you can also check up the signs and symptoms and maybe don't diagnose yourself though. Next question. Question number 1. What is mental health? Mental health, in a nutshell, is the status of our mind, emotions and mood, and capacity to process things. And so mental health is a part of our well-being, which is a side of the physical health. So mental health is the well-being of our brain, the well-being of our psychological aspects. Yes, and that is mental health, and it is as important as your physical health. Take that home. Next question. I want to do this first. Question number 2. What do I do if the support doesn't help? What do you do if the support doesn't help? So if you're diagnosed with a mental condition and you're subjected to various interventions, there are several things that you can do if you do not get better. Number 1, you can redo a psychiatric evaluation to confirm that the diagnosis was actually correct, because mental health conditions are actually have similar symptoms, and so you may have been misdiagnosed or underdiagnosed. Maybe you have comorbidities that must be addressed. Also, you may also seek a different intervention. Maybe if you're under psychological therapy, you can undertake a medication, or you can also engage in physical exercise. There are many things that can be done for you. So go and seek another intervention if you are not getting better with the one that you're under. But a psychiatric evaluation is in fact good, because you may not also be suffering from a mental condition. Maybe you're just suffering from grief, and so that is in fact a good thing. And you must understand that from the point of view of a psychiatrist. Next question. Question number 4. I kind of hoped it would have been 3. Question number 4. Are there cures for mental health problems? Yes and no. Yes, because many mental health conditions are curable. Yes, from depression to anxiety to substance use disorder, many of them have been treated and cured successfully, with a minimal chance of relapse, but relapse is also a factor that needs to be considered. And the reason I've said no is because there are conditions that are very severe that cannot be cured. For instance, I'll tell you Alzheimer's disease and dementia. These are conditions that mainly affect the old people. You can get it if you're young, but mainly affects old people, and there is no cure for them. Basically, you'll just be under management and maintenance until maybe you decide to undertake palliative care. Yes. So yes and no. There are cures for mental conditions, and there are mental conditions that have no cure. Question number 3. Can you prevent mental health problems? I think this is a difficult question to answer because it depends on the mental health condition and the causation. As I've told you, there are mental health conditions that we don't know about them. We don't know their cause, and so you can't prevent something you don't know what caused it. For instance, schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Yes, so yes. But also, come to think of it, you can prevent some conditions, maybe anxiety and depression, they can be prevented. PTSD can also be prevented. Once you've undergone a trauma, you can maybe seek an intermediate intervention that will make sure you don't develop PTSD. Yes, so it's kind of a tricky question. Next question. Question number 6. What do I do if I am worried about my mental health? If you are worried about your mental health, go see a psychiatrist. Do not diagnose yourself, because after all, I think most of the medication that you're given for mental health condition must be prescribed, so you can't treat yourself. Also, if you're worried, that might be a sign that you're suffering from a mental condition. So just go and see a psychiatrist and make sure that you're screened, assessed holistically, so that you're not just suffering from maybe hormonal imbalances. Yeah, you may be suffering from hormonal imbalances. So yes, go and see a psychiatrist for psychiatric evaluation for confirmation. Last question. Question number 5. What causes mental health problems? Okay, this is a very broad question, but I'll give you, I think, a few. I'll give you a few of them. So the causation of mental health conditions. Number 1, most common cause of mental health conditions is life experiences, stress, to be precise. Life experiences. Stress is a little bit narrow. So conditions like maybe anxiety might be caused might be caused by being exposed to things that give you fear. So you start developing anxiety. For instance, personally I'm nyctophobic, so if I am not around darkness, I wouldn't actually ever know if I am nyctophobic. Also, the fact that maybe as I was young, I never used to be alone, so maybe a cause. So yeah, number 1 is life experiences, work, and everything that maybe may cause us stress may be a cause of mental conditions. Number 2, part of life experiences, I'll give you another example, trauma. When you experience trauma, you have a high chance of developing PTSD, and if you had brain damage, or maybe you suffered some physical injury and affected your brain, you may also develop a mental condition. Another causation is childhood trauma. Yes, the things you go through as a child, and that's why I encourage parents, please treat your children with love so that they may not develop mental conditions. Number 3, another cause of mental conditions can be hormonal imbalance. Yeah, there are some pregnant women that are actually diagnosed with conditions not because they develop them for any other reason, but just because of the hormonal issues. And another causation could be exposure to certain events. Maybe substance use disorder is normally a condition that is caused by being around people who use that substance. Another cause can be genetic. There are conditions that are genetic. Yes, and that I'll leave for you. Comment down below if you know any. And lastly, I can also say that no cause. There are conditions that scientists have really tried, but they have not found any causes, and so it becomes difficult to actually know what results into them, like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. But these conditions are highly linked to genetics and maybe brain development, something. Yeah. Yes. So thank you. I think that's all questions, and we will meet again soon. Yes, and in the next episode, I will be tackling a specific mental condition. Stay tuned to know what it is. Subscribe to my channel, share it with the people that you think this information will help so that you can build a world that is better. I want you to note that I am not a psychiatrist, nor am I a psychologist. What I have done is research. I have done a lot of research over the past year on mental health conditions, and I thought I should share this information with you. Thank you and have a good day. Your mental health matters.